Hello all of you, I'm myself Saurabh Kumar. Today I'm going to explain about you how to make GIF animation in Photoshop. This tutorial basically I am making on the request of one of the member. So let's look how to make a GIF animation in Photoshop. It's very interesting. So I am showing you some of the example which I make. This is the one of the example of ball bouncing in the circle like this. You can see it. This is called a GIF animation. It's work on a frame by frame, and animation basically what the change of pictures according to time, means any type of changes in anything which passes of time is called animation. So basically the picture is changing according to time and we run it in a sequence. It's show a animation. So I am showing you another. This is a one of another. It's very beautiful. You can see it. These are all GIF animation, and full form of GIF is graphic interface frames. So like this one is blinking of eyes. These are all called GIF animation. I'm showing one more example to make clear more. And this is a palette of animation. This is basically present in window menu. From here, animation you can get from here. If it come, I'm showing you and all the clear. If you open and it's showing like this, not worry to panic about it. You can toggle from here. That is basically timeline, and this is a framing. So you can change from here also like this, and you can toggle from here also like this. So I am explain all the feature also. This is basically loop, how you want to look your animation in one time animation, 3 time, or forever. Means you want to loop the animation. If you select and right click, it show the time delay of animation, means jumping from one frame to another frame for animation. So if you manage it according to your animation need, it's not fixed. And this is used for jumping from for first frame. Just like clicking, it's jump first frame. This is for previous frame like this. This is for next frame, and this is for play. And this option is called twin animation frame, means it adding the in between frames in the two frames to make your animation more realistic and a smooth animation proper. Basically it is option given. This option is used for duplicating the selected frame. If you select this and click on this, it's make duplicate of that particular frame, and you can delete from here. Delete button, press delete. It's asking for deleting the frame, so press yes. Now it's deleted. So let's do some work for animation. For animating anything, you can animate from two ways: by duplicating the selected frame and make the changes And changes of animation is no limit. You can make n number of changes and make a GIF animation by color correction, by filter, by different ways to make a GIF animation. People use different way and different style to make GIF animation. So no hard and fast rule for making any GIF animation. You can use any tool, any filter, any adjustment layer, color for making your GIF animation. So I am telling you the raw idea and make it the uh, tools and option clear so that you can make any type of GIF animation. So you can make two ways: by duplicating the selected frame and make the change, and one another way, you make a duplicate of your layer and make the changes and on of your eyes of the layer, and it's keep on different frame and then run the animation, means frame. So it's create a GIF animation. So we will start point this. You can duplicate the layer by pressing Ctrl J. Now make the changes by image label. You can manipulate your GIF animation by any way. I told first also, you can do anything which you want. So it's showing same. Why this? Because I duplicated the previous frame. So if I want to make changes on this, I have to select first and then like this, and then select this and make this. So you will notice now the changes on different frame. I uh, uh, put the different layer, means on different layer it show me a different images, and in a sequence if we run the images it show the animation basically. So click on this and make twinning. I add 20 frame in between the two images to make animation smooth. So like this, by pressing shift you can select multiple frames and make the timing 0.1 second and go to first and click on the play animation. It's showing the changes and changing opacity. Basically it's work on the twinning, and twinning parameter you can notice the opacity, position, effects. Means if you add in between frames, the default parameter is apply position, opacity, effect. So if you want this you can check, if you not want you can uncheck this. So like this you can make the changes. Control Alt J to make previous, and now I am going to make the look like that. So basically the concept of making GIF animation is no limit. Just you have to manage your frames and timing of your animation by right clicking it, and by for making animation you have to go to file and save for web. You have to select, and from the presets, you have to select GIF, and the GIF file is saved in that. You can check by playing from here also, okay, how the output is coming. You can save by saving the name, and the file is saved. So I am going to explain one more very effective tool present in CS5 and CS6 for making a animation, that is called a puppet tool. So for explaining that, I taken a image from which I extract the image of this. One more thing, for making a animation in Photoshop or any type of GIF animation, you have to make one thing clear. uh, Anything which you want to make animate, keep it as a single object and make it on a different layer. Means you have character or any ball or anything which you want to animate, make it in individual layer, so that it's not affect the background and it's not look unreal or different. So if you want a proper GIF animation, make a background and the object in different layer, so that you can control the points and the effects, everything on different layers. So using puppet wrap tool, I have to first of all making it a smart object layer, means basically, sorry, because I am making the a smart layer, basically because in puppet wrap tool we have to add points for animating or giving movement. So if I not converting into raster layer to convert into a smart object, otherwise I have to add uh, points again and again. If you want to look it, just look that. I From edit menu, we have to select puppet wrap. So it's basically appear like this, and we have to add point. I added here for moving from here, and the different points are adding to control the points to be there. If I move from here, other points is also disturbing. Just see. So for making all to be at their position, you have to make a band, means adding points all the edges, so that it's not affected by the this change. So now it's not affecting the other, it's very smooth, you can see like this. And now if I convert it, okay, the points are gone. Means next time if I want to make animation, I have to go edit puppet wrap, and all the points are gone. So making tougher to manage previous points and anything, uh, we will first convert into a smart object by right clicking it. You have to convert into a smart object, and then add puppet wrap from edit menu, and then add points. For animating from where you want, I am going to move the tail for showing a little bit description of the tool. So I press OK, or you can make control duplicate of layer and control J also it, and from edit menu add puppet wrap and move the tail just like that. And off the eyes of the previous frame so that it not look in our first frame. So clear cut like this and this and this of this layer and this on this layer. So if you have to make the loop forever, make the timing by right clicking it, make 0.1 seconds, and you can make a GIF animation, very beautiful GIF animation, proper moving of tail and no cuts is, you can see it, and it's fasting. You can make in between frame by adding from here. If I want 5 frame, I can add 5 frame and play the animation. I avoid basically so many a time the in between because it had the opacity changes and which is not look proper. So if you want to make transaction of images, then it's good. And if you want a proper GIF animation, I like to suggest you to work on a frame. Means you have to add different frames, multiple frame, and make the changes to look more realistic and proper GIF animation. So like this of the previous one also, I created a different layer, not use in between frames, like this one also. This one is basically very interesting one, so I use different layer for making this. This is very interesting, you can try it, and hope this is helpful for you. You can follow me on Facebook, my group is CG Artwork, and thanks for watching my tutorials. Hope this going to make this animation of Photoshop helpful for my member. Thanks a lot.